one.
Hola, mi familia. My name is Quang, Master Candidate for Mechanical Engineering, and I'm running to be your Vice President External. I'm also known as Juanito, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not Hispanic. Yet, Chef UH Familia has always welcomed me with open arms and have impacted me in many ways in both my personal and professional growth. Chef have given me the opportunity to be a mentor, a leader, serving as a new member representative, and most recently as a career fair committee advisor, where I planned the career fair for 5,000 students and gained connection with professionals from over 120 companies across all industry. At Chef UH, I genuinely believe that we are a big Thailand community and we are the best chapter in the nation. No other chapters have won the most outstanding chapter of the year 3 times in the past 10 years like ours. And I want all the big and small companies in our area to recognize us for our great potentials. As VPE, I have a lot of initiative that I want to bring to the table. First and foremost, I would like to create a professional advisory committee. This committee will consist of alumni and leaders from across all industry like technology, biomedical, civil, and manufacturing. I have learned the hard way at my first co-op that school doesn't prepare us to enter the workforce. Therefore, this committee will aim for companies and alumni to give feedbacks and ideas to help us develop workshops that are relevant to the industrial needs. This will allow our member to learn the crucial technical and non-technical skills for their industry while in their undergrad. I strongly believe that this will create and strengthen the pipelines for company and professionals to develop a long-lasting relationship with our chapter. Familia, I want to ask you for the opportunity to serve our chapter. I vow to be the VPE that's going to be in the front line, dedicating my time to help every single member to develop your professional skills. I will ensure that your success is also mine. Thank you, Fernando.
Sorry about that. I hate doing that. But with that being said, I'll hand it off to Cindy and Andres to ask you their questions.
Quang, congratulations on your speech. That was very enthusiastic. I love the energy, and you can definitely tell that you're passionate about this role in the organization. So good job on that. My question to you is more of a case study or an exercise. So I know that you've previously been new member representative, but the way that you speak to a student or you give SHEP as a pitch to a student is very different to how you give that pitch to a company sponsor, recruiter, etc. So in order for you to get more sponsorships, more collaborations, partnerships, what is the pitch that you would give to somebody? Pretend that I am a VP of a company that has not been to SHEP UH before, is not aware of what SHEP is. How would you pitch SHEP to me?
Awesome. So let's pretend that we don't know each other. Hi, Cindy. My name is Wang Va, and I'm the VP of SHEP, so Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers at the University of Houston. So first and foremost, I want to ask you a question. What are you looking for in a partnership with a student organization?
Well, I do like, my company is trying to target community service, volunteering, giving back to our community, but we'd also like to help our students, go for, further their education. So we're talking scholarships, or if there's any way that we can help them with mock interviews or resumes to develop their professionalism, anywhere in those areas, we are happy to help.
Great. Thank you very much, Cindy. So actually, that is a great opportunity. So we have 5 pillars that we are hold into dear. And one of those pillars is community outreach. And we actually doing a lot of community outreach to the community at the University of Houston, around the areas, and also at national level. So we actually have 2 SHEP Junior chapters. So what it is that we are bringing the students from University of Houston to a high school and helping them realize their potential at their high school and giving them the projects and get them to excited in STEMs. And we also do Noche de Ciencias, where we are making a different project for high school to get a taste of engineering, and it's all turned into a great experience for them that they fall in love into STEM. So those are really great activities that we can partner with your companies, and we can definitely making a lot of impact with these high school kids. And for investing in our chapters, so we are actually having a professional advisory committee at the moment. So by investing in us, you're going to be in that committee, and you can developing workshops that can, training our members the technical skills, and in turn of that, you can grow your own talent pool within the Chef UH community. And with all that being said, our members we have a really strong base of our members. We are actually the chapters of the nations we are the only chapter of the nation that wins 3 times in a row in the past 10 years for the National Cup, the most asking chapter. So there's a lot of great opportunities and partnership that we can talk about, but I really want to get your contacts, and I really want to send you the partnership package. And if there's time, I want to explain to you more about how we're going to develop those events together and work together for the long-term partnership.
Perfect. That was really good. Really good. So some feedback. I love that you asked exactly what is it that my company is looking for. That's the number one thing that, as a recruiter or as, any important leadership position in a company, that's what we look for, right? Like how is your organization going to benefit my, my help, my sponsorship, my support? So I love that you asked that. I also loved, and this is what I was going to touch on too, and I was wondering if you would do, follow up on what is the best contact that I can send you all of this information. If, I overwhelmed you with it, how can I send it to you to where you can review it at your own time? When can we follow up for, a review session? I think it would have been great if you would have mentioned meeting up with them with the rest of your e-board so that they could, have maybe like a meet and greet. So that way you're not the only contact because, potentially for the incoming years, there's younger people on the e-board that could also hold that contact after you. So other than that, I think you did really well. So good job.
Awesome. Quang.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah. I mean, you've been with Chef for 3.5 years. It shows in the way you answered that question and the way you delivered the speech. My question to you is, now after COVID, a lot of budgets for sponsorship has shrunk. So companies are more reluctant to give money to organizations. What creative ways are you gonna do to encourage companies to be a little bit more loose with Chef UH and give a little bit more money out of the smaller budgets that they have?
I want to take a moment to think of that question. All right. Thank you very much, Andres, for your question. It's a great question. So I would still hold back to what I was talking before. I want to know what the company is looking for in partnership with us. So in that way, we are hitting their targets and talk to them if there's any ways that we can also outreach that targets, and hoping the representative or the company to hitting their goals, their internal goals. And in terms of that, if we can handle more, I do believe that they can be able to give it more sponsorship. Secondly, by having the professional advisory committee, they are having the direct impact in our chapters, which means that when they invest in us, there are ways for them to actually know where that investment is going and what they do with their investment, if they want to do a workshop or they want to do info sessions that want to do with us. So in that way, they are holding, they're holding the stick, I would say, so that they will feel more in charge of their investments, and that will also hopefully turn out to the way that they will invest more in us in terms of sponsorship.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Wayne.
Thank you, Andres.
All Great, Wang. Okay, so my question is more of like a situation. So I want to give you a situation because this typically occurs every year. It's the end of the semester, and you notice that attendance to professional events is starting to decline. You know, these companies invest a lot of their resources and time into our chapter, into our members. So, you know, you want to make sure that both members and the company are getting what they want from each other. So what would you do to make sure that members are still coming out and participating in these events?
Thank you, Fernando. That's a great question as well. So, so you say that the time is at the end of the year, right? So I know that in particularly this time is the time that most people, they have some sort of opportunities already, or they are catching up with their classes because they have been hustling for the whole year to get that opportunity. So I will actually go back to our members and see what they care most in these times. So it could be the skills that they really want to learn before they actually come to a companies, or they actually want to learn some things about the industry that they don't know yet. And we have a lot of questions about, okay, so what software to use in that industry, or is there a particular way that people are working in that industry? So knowing what the members is looking for and knowing what the member is interested in, I will bring that topic to the company who have invested in us and they haven't have their chances yet. Then I will collaborate with them to make those workshops. And in terms of that, they teaching our members skills, our members enhancing their skills. And for them, that is also marketing materials and also chance to grow their own talent pool for the next coming year. And that's how I will make sure that most of our members will come out to that events because we have the right topic at the right time.
Awesome. Thank you for that answer, Wang. I do appreciate it. And with that being said, I think that concludes everybody for the Vice President external role. Let me just finish up here. But yeah,
thank you, everyone.
I'll go ahead and pass it off to Jocelyn for the VPI elections.
So now it's time for the right hand of the president. I'm just setting up the breakout rooms for the candidates. And I promise you, I am not this red, it's just the lighting in my room. So I believe, is Steph, are you in the call? Let me try to highlight you. Steph?